Hello, BBN. This is an unexpected mistake. The Cats were bad, the refereeing is not even worth mentioning, and the offense was bad. Let's do an analysis of the Cats against the Bulldogs. Before the news, sign up and continue receiving more news from the Cats. The Kentucky Wildcats' 82-69 loss to the Georgia Bulldogs on Tuesday night made it clear that Mark Pope's team still needs to find consistency to consolidate itself as one of the favorites this season. Despite a promising campaign, the performance in Athens exposed weaknesses that could be decisive for the rest of the journey. The start of the game was worrying. With questionable refereeing, an apathetic offense, and a completely disorganized defense, the Wildcats found themselves behind 47-34 at halftime. Even with a timely reaction in the second half, the Bulldogs showed resilience and responded whenever Kentucky threatened to close the gap. This was the third notable loss in similar situations this season, following stumbles against Clemson and Ohio State. Despite the negative result, Lamont Butler continues to be one of the team's undisputed highlights. The veteran point guard has been the basis of the Wildcats' attack, displaying his ability to pass, score, and control the game. Against Georgia, Butler showed once again why he is an essential piece of the team, maintaining his consistency even amid the inconsistent performance of his teammates. He is, without a doubt, the main reference for Pope's team at the beginning of the season. Another positive point was the performance of Garrison. The second-year center showed energy and commitment, offering important minutes both on defense and offense. His performance made up for the absence of Amari Williams, who struggled with foul trouble and was crucial in keeping Kentucky competitive in critical moments. On the other hand, Jackson Robinson continues to be an unknown. Despite his evident talent, his inconsistency has been a concern. Against the Bulldogs, Robinson was on the court, but his contribution was virtually non-existent, both technically and mentally. This fluctuation is a challenge that Mark Pope will need to address quickly, especially considering the leadership role Robinson could play. Defense, however, remains Kentucky's biggest Achilles heel. While the offense has had flashes of brilliance and the roster construction is promising, defensive fragility is something Pope needs to address urgently. His teams have historically struggled in this area, and this season's Wildcats are no exception. When the shots aren't falling, the lack of solidity on defense becomes an insurmountable problem. With a tough matchup against the Mississippi State Bulldogs next Saturday, Kentucky will need to restructure quickly. Facing an opponent ranked in the top 15 in the country will require not only technical adjustments, but also a change in attitude. Mark Pope's ability to inspire his squad and correct defensive flaws will be tested to the max. Despite the challenges, there is reason to be optimistic. The team has shown potential at other points in the season, and players like Butler and Garrison are examples of resilience and commitment. If Pope can adjust the defense and stabilize the performances of key players like Robinson, Kentucky can get back to winning ways and, who knows, surprise in a season that still promises to be long and full of opportunities. Now is the time to react. Kentucky's basketball legacy demands excellence, and Mark Pope has the responsibility of rescuing that standard with a roster that, although young, has enough talent to make history. What do you think? Comment below.